So we'll continue on part 6 with my guide to developing and delivering effective IT, although I give it another name, but still the same document. So this is part 6. Now we're going to compare the OSI model like I was telling you before. As you can see, this is the OSI model. It's the difference between the OSI and the TCP/IP model. For the OSI model, you have the 7 layers. You have the physical, the data link, network, transport, session, presentation, application. And for the TCP/IP model, as you can see, the application layer just it takes the 3 top layers of the OSI, which are the application, presentation, session. Those 3 make the application layer in the TCP/IP model. The transport is the same as the transport network. On the TCP/IP model side, it's called internet, and the data link in the physical, it's called the network access. So you can, if you want to take a screenshot of that, then make a note of it, because Cisco does talk about the OSI model, and it gives you explanations of what each layer of the OSI model does. So anyways, moving on. HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. What is HTTP? Well, it's the foundation of data communication on the World Wide Web. It is a protocol used by web browsers and servers to exchange information, such as HTML, documents, images, and videos. Hypertext Transfer Protocol operates over TCP, usually on port 80, and is stateless, meaning each request is independent of the previous one. It features a stateless protocol, so each request is treated independently, supports methods like get, post, put, and delete, often secure using HTTPS, so that's HTTP over SSL TLS. A real life example: web browsing. When you type google.com into your browser, the browser sends HTTP GET request to Google's server to retrieve the web page. That is, if you don't have it in your cache already, but that will be explained later. So troubleshooting. Most common issues for a website will be HTTP 404, not found. The request to resource is unavailable. HTTP 500, internal server error, a server-side issue. Show slow page loading due to network latency or server overload. Steps to troubleshoot it. Use browser developer tools, for example, Chrome DevTools, to inspect HTTP requests and responses. Check server logs for errors. Test the server's availability using curl or ping. Testing. Use curl or Postman to send HTTP requests and analyze responses. Test website performance using tools like GTmetrix or Google PageSpeed Insights. Use Wireshark to capture and analyze HTTP traffic. So, tools: Postman, curl, Wireshark. I believe you should be familiar with Postman for testing API ends. There's a website for that. You can look it up. Curl is a command line tool for sending HTTP requests. Number 2, FTP, File Transfer Protocol. So what is it? FTP is a protocol used to transfer files between clients and servers over a network. It operates over TCP default ports 2021, and supports both active and passive modes for data transfer. FTP is commonly used for uploading and downloading files to and from the servers. The key features supports file upload, download, and directory navigation. Can use authentication, username and password, and anonymous access, often replaced by secure alternatives like SFTP, FTP over SSH. Real life example web site management. Web developers use FTP to upload website files, examples HTML, CSS, images to a web server. Troubleshooting. Most common issues: connection refused, the FTP server is not running, or the port is blocked. Authentication failure, incorrect username or password. File transfer errors due to permissions or network issues. Steps to troubleshoot it: verify the FTP server is running and accessible on the correct port. Check the firewall rules to ensure that FTP traffic is allowed. Test credentials using an FTP client like FileZilla. Testing. Use an FTP client like, again, FileZilla to connect to the server and transfer files. Test connectivity using FTP commands in the terminal. Use Wireshark to capture and analyze FTP traffic. So tools: FileZilla, FTP, Wireshark. So those tools could really help out in troubleshooting. Number three, Telnet, something that I already mentioned that it's hardly used, because it's not secure, it's not encrypted, So, what is Telnet? Telnet is a protocol used to establish a text-based connection to a remote device over a network. It operates over TCP default port 23 and allows users to execute commands on the remote device. Telnet is not secure as it transmits data, including passwords, in plain text and is often replaced by SSH. Key features: provides a command line interface for remote access, lightweight and simple to use, lacks encryption, make it insecure for sensitive tasks. Uh, Real life examples: network device management. Telnet is used to configure routers and switches in legacy systems. Troubleshooting. Common issues: connection refused, the Telnet service is not running, or the port is blocked. Authentication failure, incorrect username and password. Timeout issues due to network latency. Steps to troubleshoot: verify the Telnet service is enabled on the remote device. Click or check firewall rules to ensure Telnet traffic is allowed. Test connectivity using the Telnet command. Testing. Use the Telnet command to connect to a remote device and execute commands. Test connectivity to specific ports. Example: Telnet IP address port. Use Wireshark to capture and analyze Telnet traffic. Tools again. You have Telnet, which is a command line tool for Telnet operations, which is disabled in Windows, I believe, 10 and 11, and probably in Windows 7, but I cannot recall. I would have to look it up. PuTTY, a Telnet and SSH client, which normally we use to connect to routers or switches. Wireshark, it's used for analyzing Telnet packets. So you're comparing here, or we are comparing here, HTTP, FTP, and Telnet. So its purpose of the HTTP, it's web communication. For the FTP is file transfer. Telnet, remote command execution. Default port 80 HTTP or 4 for 3, which is HTTPS, which stands for secure. FTP 20 is for data, 21 is for control. Telnet, it's port 23. Security, secure with HTTPS. FTP, secure with SFTP. Telnet, insecure, replaced by SSH. Real life use, browsing websites for HTTP, uploading website files for FTP, and Telnet configuring legacy network devices. Testing tools, Postman, curl, Wireshark for HTTP, FileZilla, FTP, Wireshark for FTP, and Telnet PuTTY Wireshark for Telnet. So with that in mind, we have completed our section number 6. Stay tuned for the next section. Thank you.